Hi, give me a second to find the video. If you're just logging on, make sure you share this feed out. I'm having a hard time, it's on my face. I'm having a hard time sharing my feed. Facebook keeps limiting my content. I do give away an activation off of every feed, so if you share it more than once, you have more than one chance to win. And I go ahead and pick that the next day, so if you're not catching me live, you can still go ahead and share it. I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about extraterrestrial contact and implants before I go ahead and do cards. So if you're gonna want a card, go ahead and drop your name. You guys can be asking me Ascension question and answers too. Give me one sec, I have a couple more shares. My phone's kind of slow. So if you're just getting on here, make sure you share this feed out. Drop your name for a card. You guys can ask me Ascension and Ascension questions too if you want. I'm gonna kind of make this like a little Ascension question feed. So if you guys have anything spiritual, which in my world covers everything. It's a pretty amazing energy. You guys are doing a lot of heart chakra work, whether you're aware of it or not. While we're in this Leo kind of storm, you guys are really being around a lot of people that are heart chakra purging. So I'm going to go ahead and touch base on that too. I have one more share. Give me a sec to find the video. All right. I hope you guys survived the moon storm. I was just doing another feed. After I'm done with this one, I'll go ahead and drop the link below. But I was just doing another feed and I was talking about how people are coming back from the storms like, you know, I survived the full moon. And that's amazing. We need to be learning how to use the energy better though. Not just I survived the storm. Hang on, I'm going to turn this music down. So we need to learn how to use the energy better than I just survived the storm. We should be using these energy gateways to choose better timelines, and we can do that by just keeping our vibration high and staying aligned with what exactly it is that we're trying to create. Let's see, extraterrestrial contact. Well, my target audience, clearly, and I'm using my vibration to pull the right people to me, are starseeds. They are the light workers, the healers, everyone on this feed. So you guys all contracted to be on these missions galactically. You guys did not come here alone, even though you've been taught that. You guys have entire galactic teams that are around you, and I know that a lot of people around me have had actual extraterrestrial type of experiences. These would be something that are interdimensional. They're happening mostly, while they do happen here, in this realm, it's very rare. It usually is happening interdimensionally. Any type of experiences, extraterrestrial. There's a lot of misinformation around this subject. There's a lot of distortions as well. There are, you know, just as there's good and bad people, there are good and bad extraterrestrials here with their own agendas. And as starseeds, there's a great interest in us and what we're doing and our potential missions. You know, you guys might be on them, you might not be yet. It doesn't really matter. There's great interest in what you are doing. While we've had a lot of our experiences manipulated, we're having a lot of our other dimensional experiences manipulated as well. I was just talking very briefly on dream implants. I have to do a better feed on it. I just am not doing it today. But a lot of you guys have had extraterrestrial experiences and you've had dream implants so that you're not remembering these things. I tell everyone that they should sleep with some type of clear crystals by your bed. I really like selenite or quartz for this type of thing. And you should place them around where you sleep with the intent to bring you back your dream memories. So there's a lot of things going on. You guys are having contact daily, whether you're aware of it or not, just because of your position that you took and the contracts that you hold to heal humanity. All of you guys took on a contract that you would come assist during this time. This whole planet is going to be healed on massive, extreme levels. So basically, after a certain date, only starseeds incarnated into this planet, basically. Only people that were souls that were service of others even came here to try to assist during these times. So basically, anyone born, after us would have been a starseed, a healer, someone that could assist in the service of others type of way. And we're going through crazy energetic shifts to get us where we need to be. We're going through this purification process. And while not everyone is doing inner work and detoxing, no one is exempt from the energies that are hitting the planet. They are purifying us and detoxing us on every level. And if you guys were not having your own spiritual experiences, it could have been you were just at a low frequency. The thing is, with the entities that we work with, you have to be of a certain frequency. They have to lower their frequency, and we have to raise ours to be able to communicate, to be able to channel clearly. So for the first part of our experiences here, we were at a very low frequency, and we were very cut off from our own assistance that we brought here with us. But as we're raising up in frequency, you guys are going to be having more and more of your own spiritual experiences, more interdimensional experiences. You guys might even be living in higher dimensions. If you guys have Ascension question and answers, go ahead and type them. I can do a little question and answer while I'm doing cards probably. Ascension questions, anyone, anything spiritual that you guys want to hear about, anything Akashic that you guys want a download on, whatever. Mama Bray Hope. A windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others. A very successful project. A happy change in your career. And if we're not doing work that is in vibrational alignment with who we are as healers, we're going to ultimately become depressed. You see a society where they're making a ton of money selling antidepressants and anxiety medications. People that are off of their path are going to be feeling those symptoms. And instead of going to a doctor for a pill, you guys just need to get in alignment with your paths. So if you're doing something that is unfulfilling to you spiritually, you're just going to be unfulfilled. You're going to be depressed. I see a lot of people that work for these elite systems and they ultimately become really, really depressed. Nicola Martin. Any questions? I want questions. I'm going to start skipping anyone who doesn't ask an Ascension question, any kind of question. I don't care what it is. Just to warn you guys. Questions. I want questions. I will answer them for you. You have what it takes, if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. Not only do we have the most spiritual energy that makes us up, our energy fields, our auras, our bodies, everything to do with us. We have the most amazing spiritual energy around us that we can shape into anything and use to create on all new levels. I think we tend to fall into these realities and we limit ourselves based on these little ego roles. You have to get back to how powerful your soul is, and that energy is that you carry. It's like a soul signature. It doesn't matter what body you are stuck in, you're going to vibrate at a certain frequency based on your soul levels. And we came here with such an evolved soul state, and we limit ourselves in every way with our manifesting and what we think that we're capable of and what we deserve. More manifesting practice. It's my main focus too. I told my boyfriend that I just have to be manifesting 24 hours a day. If you know me, I have a very powerful energy and I had to be very careful with the things that I'm doing with my energy because I, have this kind of crazy ability where I can align a lot of crazy things. So I, of all people, have to be very careful with my thoughts and what I'm working on, and I just have to be manifesting anything. It doesn't matter what it is, 24 hours a day. I'm going to go ahead and do my little ad right here too before I do your card, Alexandro. Literally, we're working on this big castle project in the United Kingdom. It's in March. It's our spiritual retreat. Go check out our castle and spiritual retreat practice. I'm going to be pulling a lot of you guys to meet me in person, and we can go play castle. And we're going to go ahead and be doing like a meditation to summon UFOs. We're going to be playing with elemental energies there. It's going to be amazing. So if you guys need me after this, if you didn't get a card, my link is above. You guys should be checking out my energy healing classes too if you guys haven't done Reiki, things like that, activations, healing. You know what to do. Alexandra, seek out an intellectual solution to your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively. Sudden or unexpected changes. We're always dreaming about what we're going to do in the future as humans, right? We're always dreaming about maybe if I could do this, this, and this, I'll get to do this. And we have these little plans for ourselves. But you've probably found that things don't usually turn out the way you want. Hopefully. At some point, after struggling so much to have things your way, you probably reached an understanding that they didn't go that way for a reason. Maybe you had an awakening. Maybe you became aware that the world was much different than you thought. I'm not really sure. But this entire place is to teach us to make more conscious decisions, that we did not make good decisions starting this cycle out. And everything you see now is a cause and effect of our original actions. And we should have learned from this cycle to make more cautious decisions, to understand that any decision I make, whether it's what I'm having for lunch or what I'm wearing today, will affect all of you on a deep level. So we need to be making more conscious decisions and be realizing the interconnectedness of all of us. Lisa Cleveland. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of money. Borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. We've been manifesting to help energetically redistribute the cash that is circulating, because I think we all know they're just printing money and there's no real value of it. I kind of look at it like monopoly money, but money is an energy, and there are going to be energetic rebalances going on. You can actually see the biggest one of those that is occurring right now was humanity had its DNA manipulated. That people were shut down to two strands, and these things are being reversed now. That suddenly humanity is having to be recoded and restructured on a genetic level. That would be the first free will infringement that we're seeing be ramified on very large levels. Don't think that money is any different. These are energetic imbalances. Money is meant to be an even exchange, a currency. You know, you put in a certain amount of work and you get a certain dollar amount. I think we can all see that there's energetic imbalances going on in the flow of money. So work on manifesting. Stop putting out these thoughts of being broke and limited in any way. It's the worst thing that people can do when they get sick as well. You get sick and then you talk about it and you start putting those vibrations out, and it really just creates more of what you don't like. So I know that could be true. You know, looking at humanity's bank accounts, I feel that the people who think that they're doing real good might even be more deluded. So just make sure you're not putting out any limiting thoughts, and put out just good thoughts for love and abundance all the time. Some weird guy is calling my phone off of Facebook. Hold on. Okay, on Furio. Yeah, I'm drawing a certain core consciousness group back to me, one that is my own, so that we can heal. This is the group that is going to heal humanity. These are the healers on this feed. It's very important. A lot of people are, realizing they might be empathic at this point. It was a huge part of my awakening too, realizing that I was being siphoned energetically, and that humanity was as well. It helped me to wake up and to become activated for my own mission, and it was pretty powerful. So a lot of you guys are figuring out that you're empathic. People were all originally made to be empathic and psychic. It's not like some special ability. It's just who we are as humans. So a lot of people are figuring out, they might even have the narcissist boyfriend that kind of led them to realizing maybe they're empathic and they're absorbing the emotions of everyone else. All people are like that. Everything is an energy exchange. So I can go out in the matrix and bump into someone. It doesn't matter. We're exchanging energy. We're exchanging energy now, me and you. And so everything is an energy exchange. Be aware that as the healers, starseeds, and empaths, you guys are taking on a lot of other people's emotions. Make sure you're taking more salt baths. When you're in the shower, you should imagine the water is purple flame to go ahead and violet flame your energy and detox your aura. More self-care. You guys are transmuting energies all day long, even on Facebook. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. I think all of humanity better feel challenged in this environment. I know that people have deluded themselves that we woke up and we shifted from a third dimensional timeline to a fourth dimensional one, but we just switched prison cells. We really did. It's kind of like a little pyramid. We just switched prison cells and we have a long ways to go. We're still being limited in a lot of ways, especially financially. And as energy workers, it's very careful. We have to be very careful with the energy and the vibrations we're putting out. So while that might be true, like I just said to the last person, make sure you're putting out really good energy. All we have to do is vibe every day. That's why it's really important for my own mission that I might not be doing the rest of my work till tomorrow, but I have to get on this feed and I have to lift up everyone's vibration through my own. It's very important. The most important thing for any of us is just that every day you get an energy reset. You go to sleep, you reset your energy, and on a daily basis, just make sure that you're vibing as high as you possibly can. That's all that we can do here. Evie, Elliot. Information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. We all started out as those indigos on this path. We are evolving to crystalline or rainbow. A lot of you guys hear about these rainbow kids around us, right? Most of these kids under a certain age are crystal children, or some people do still have indigos, but it's much more common to see the rainbow souls. They're coming from high levels of consciousness, so these children have evolved to a place that we have yet to grasp yet even, and it's really powerful. So we're turning back to rainbows. Colleen Herrera. There's a better choice of not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. It's real easy to run. Sometimes we should be using our discernment, right? Sometimes we should be running. That's why I tell people, sometimes you really should. From your situation, it depends, but a lot of times we're running from our own healing work that we have to do. So use discernment. Chad asked me, how do I win a third eye activation? I give away activation off of every video. I don't pick it till the next day or two, and if you win, I go ahead and message you and do it. So if you share the video more than once, you get more than one shot to win. I randomly get given a number and I have to count the video shares and go find the person. So it's a good way I can get activations out though. I put an activation in every video I do as well. That's why you guys should drink more water if you're watching my videos. Like I'm doing a heart chakra activation here. I've been doing heart chakra healing this entire storm, and all humanity has a lot of work to do with that activation. So I always say, like, if you have sleeping family members, like, throw this on their wall. They might not get it, they might turn it off, but they'll get hit with some real good energy just the 2 seconds they have it on even, and then it'll activate them. So it's always been very important that I do these videos so I can get activations out to the starseeds. Chad, stress that comes from having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. Things are about to change drastically. I have to say, this morning, you guys know we're going somewhere else to learn if we're lucky, right? You guys know that we're not going to be in this environment. It's very temporary where you're living and what you're experiencing. We're going through this purification detox process, and when everyone is healed enough, we're going to make this giant timeline shift, and it's going to be pretty extreme, to say the least. So people that are focusing on the material are not understanding that you guys are going to lose everything around you, your houses, your car, the material, that you guys are going to end up walking away from this cycle with just yourselves. So that's why all I can do in my own life is work on my energy. I work on my own energy all the time. I'm always doing my healing work, so every time I activate or attune someone else, it's affecting my energy. And the best things we can do is just keep detoxing and working on our energy. Lauren Gafford, trusting your intuition. Careful reflection before taking action. Insights that come through meditation. We have this amazing internal compass which is leading us and directing us and has kept you safe your entire existence. The only time things didn't go was when you didn't trust your intuition. I know you know that now. You really should. Like, you know your intuition's always right, and not to second guess yourself. Don't let other people convince you that you're wrong. People will try to convince you that you're crazy or you're wrong, right? You have this knowing about you. And the more you use that internal compass or your own knowing, the more it will enhance, the stronger it will become. Maria Moos. A brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that's now complete. Yes, we've reached an end of a cycle. Hopefully you guys have forgiven and understood the lessons that you had at this point and how they all are interconnected. All of humanity's lessons are interconnected and in such a crazy way. And the goal is to heal and to liberate oneself right now. So hopefully you guys are seeing things from a different perspective. We tend to play the victims about our circumstances, and when we do that, we perpetuate these traumatic cycles. So this is about healing and liberating ourselves on a spiritual level so that we don't have to incarnate into another planet of the third dimension for another cycle. Angel Thomas, good morning. Walk away from dishonest associations. Realizing what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that's not worth the effort. You need to distance yourself from those of a low frequency because, like I said, we're vibrational entities, and my vibration's affecting you just watching my video, like on extreme levels. It's going to heal you. Hopefully it makes you thirsty. It'll heal you. You'll feel relaxed. You'll get off of here and just feel real high vibe and real good. But if you ever have these interactions with someone real low vibe, think family members, think toxic people, maybe the psycho ex, whatever it is. If you ever have one of these interactions, you'll absorb their energy and you'll feel like they do, like shit. So try to stick around people that lift your vibe, people that make you laugh. Laughing is high vibe. People that make you feel good. Sometimes we have people in our lives and their words sound perfect, right? Like our friends, they'll sound real perfect, you know, whatever it is. But pay attention to people's energy and how it makes you feel. Look past the words. Trisha, hi! I was ranting about you on my last feed. I've been tuning into you like normal. She's so close to me on my UK timeline. I'm about to have to get off of here fast because I'm having a friend to come over to play Mission with me today. And then I'm gonna, do my usual little chill break. And then I'm gonna play Mission with Trisha, so I'm looking forward to it. Be graceful. Grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness. A contented personal life. We are going through a spiritual boot camp on every level. I don't know if you guys are feeling it. Maybe you are, maybe you're not, but you're going through this spiritual boot camp and so much is coming to the surface so fast. But if you look back at your pictures, like you posted one from 2 years ago, I didn't see it. But if you look back at your photos from a year or two again, it's like a different person on energetic levels. Your energy signature is completely different. It looks like Mandela effect, Trisha. It looks like a different Trisha. You can see that your energy is changing rapidly, so I know it's a lot of work and it's hard as fuck. Hang in there. You only have good things coming. Judy Reed. Be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. We're alchemists. We're master alchemists. We can take pain and we can heal it. We can take these negative emotions, these negative energies, and we can turn them into high vibrational energies. We're basically like these little sponges or filters for humanity. It's pretty amazing because people talk about the 144,000 number, and that goes back to the human body. That is the amount of specialized worker cells that you have in your body. So if your body is sick or damaged, those little worker cells go around and repair the other little cells, and that's what we are as the healers. We're these specialized little worker cells that go around and can heal anything. So remember, you're an alchemist. We're going to get hate and pain thrown at us, and it is our job to transmute those emotions. Kat Taylor. We've looked so many places galactically. People are looking for this one planet they're from. You've lived so many places and so many lives and so many cycles, and it's just so vast. Like if you look at one person's Akashic, just from this cycle, it is very vast. A lot of the places that we lived don't even have names in this now. Like I just did a whole feed on it. I'll drop the link below for my group I stream from too, because I do a few lives a day from there. I just touched base on this topic that everyone talks about, the same planets, and I must have been from there. You go back way further than these planets that people have heard about in the now. Like your soul is so vast and so old. These places don't have names that you're gonna view. Cat. I can't go into like one person's Akashic because there's so much energy on here, because there's so many people tuned into here. I can't focus on one person that good like I would on a one-on-one kind of reading. It's more like a group reading, so I can't like go into someone's Akashic while live. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. Yeah, we have to become responsible for what we're creating on every level. And we can go ahead and act like we didn't have a choice over our beginning circumstances, but we created that too. That was our past colliding with the now. Hopefully you guys are over those lessons and you have learned a lot from them and you're ready to create something new and something, you know, more beautiful. Sarah Cole, you are absolutely not only an empath, you are an energy worker as well. For these you guys using the empath label, well, you have just fed into the entire elite psychological system. You're using words like empath and narcissist. And those are like their little fake psychiatric terms to kind of cover up what's going on here. You're not an empath, you're a healer. When you're taking on those energies and feelings from the people around you, you're transmuting energies, and you need to learn how to detox them out of your body or you'll become sick. So if you're constantly picking up negative energies and lower vibrations off of people, you have to be very careful that you're detoxing them out of your body every day. You should be meditating at the end of every day, probably twice a day. You should be using the violet flame in the shower, more salt baths. You need to be very careful that you're getting that garbage out of your aura. You're picking up, energetic debris all day long off of people. It's usually not good. You need to make sure you're detoxing your aura a lot too. More salt baths. LA Arts and Crafts is drawn to the Orion constellations, and we all should be. We all had pasts in these places that people talk about in the now. You guys should be feeling a very strong connection to places like the Pleiades, Sirius, Orion. These are places that we also began our learning. There's an interconnectedness with this whole universe. So while there's an interconnectedness of our lessons that we're experiencing here on Earth, like as an interconnectedness between our two lessons, there's also an interconnectedness galactically with our lessons, and these are still parts of the same cycles. So we started out in galactic places and we ended up here, and it's very much part of who we are in our past. We left clues for ourselves in history. Structures on the ley lines, prophecies, things buried within religions that we could find in the now to help us with our journey. And the knowledge that we have here is galactic knowledge as well. So it's coming from these places. You guys should be feeling very strong connections to the spiritual. We have strong astrological connections as well, like on very real levels. We're very influenced by the planets and the stars and the things that are going astrologically. You guys could notice that by the full moon and the retrograde. I'm sure that your body can feel it on very real levels. So these are important constellations, clearly. Get advice from someone professional and objective. Public speaking, unemotional relationships. Humanity forgot how to connect. Sorry, we started out in this illusion of duality and separateness, and we're just learning how to become interconnected again through our heart chakras. We're just learning how to open up on every level. There was a lot of fear about opening up in the past, a lot of fear about speaking our beliefs, whatever it is. We're just learning how to connect galactically again as well. More galactic connection, more meditation, more downloading of your own stuff. Lori Aguiar. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. Let's just say that when we hang on to the people in our lives, we're staying on their timelines. And this is about making timeline shifts into better areas and better avenues with better probabilities. So when we hang on to the people from our past, we're unable to progress forward and to create new things. So we tend to collect people. Like, I can't get rid of that person. They were my third grade friend, right? I had that. I can't block that person. That's low vibe. They're my cousin, right? I can't get rid of this person. They're my mom. Well, those people are keeping you entrapped in their webs. So get rid of toxic people, and when you do, when you let go of everyone in your life, you will get shifted onto better timelines. So more letting go. I'm looking for questions, ascension questions. Lauren Gaffard, can I tell you if your career path is going good? Is it aligned with your mission as a healer? That's the question to be asking. Is it aligned with who you are as a light worker and a healer? A lot of these third dimensional jobs are clearly necessary, right? We have to pay bills. I mean, I don't know if you guys understand, but we pay an exorbitant amount of rent to live on this planet. Well, I think the Queen owns 80% of it. I'm pretty sure they charge us the other 20% rent to live on their property. So yeah, I know that you guys need 3D jobs, but is it in alignment with who you are as a healer? And then a lot of the times people go work for these toxic systems. You guys might be the doctors. You guys might be prescribing these medications. You might be the pharmacist. You might be a secretary at these legal corporations. Whatever it is, if you are having a job that you are aligned with the dark and their agenda, you'll fall with it. So choose your jobs with care. Make sure they're in alignment with who you are as a healer. You'll notice a lot of your past jobs probably didn't work out because they weren't aligned. Like me, I had a lot of jobs that seemed like that just didn't work out good. Plans that work out perfectly. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and accommodations. Gratitude for the blessings of life. More gratitude. It is the building block of creating more. So this storm, instead of doing my usual manifesting, I'll go back and forth. I just spent the whole time in gratitude for the things that I do have around me. I've been through kind of a crazy adventure lately, and I've been having to let go of my stuff again and again. So I'm just real grateful for the things that I have around me. And that's how we open up. That's how we manifest more, by being grateful for what we have. More gratitude. And more questions too. I'm skipping anyone that didn't ask a question, just to let you know. Evie Elliott, our paths with true love. How can we vibrate higher? Okay, I just did a whole feed on it. I'm going to drop the link for my Sparks of Divine Light Healing 420 group I stream from. I just did a whole speech on our food. Like on our food. It's our main weapon being used against us. You guys have heard of GMOs, hopefully at this point. But what they don't tell you is that those GMOs are being prepared to target our DNA and to shut down our DNA on whatever level. Ditch the meat. I don't want to do it again on this feed, but I just did a whole process where if you think about a person who has died, not to be too sick, if you think about a person in the decomposition process, within 48 hours, they're going to produce bugs in their body and parasites, and it's going to begin to decompose and break it down. When an animal is slaughtered, it takes about 3 weeks to be packaged and put on your table. At that point, it is full of parasites. You're eating decaying flesh, and I hate to be sick, but if you guys want to get out of that 4D prison reality, you guys are going to need to ditch the meat in whatever way it's being bleached. I know it looks and tastes real good, but it's an illusion like everything else here, right? Everything else looks great too. The government is regulating your food. So I think it goes deeper than all that even. It's more like the vaccines that are being pumped into these animals are being designed to specifically target our DNA. So there are certain federal guidelines to our foods. Unfortunately, the government is regulating it. I know a lot of people feel safe with that. So they're requiring that in order to stay open and operational and producing this food, it has to be prepared a certain way. These animals have to be vaccinated. They're pumped full of these chemicals and being fed to us. And it is the number one way that we're being controlled on a parasitic level, spiritually as well. Ditch the meat. You'll vibe a lot higher. We saw very real effects with not just me, but my students, where when we stopped eating meat overnight, our entire energy fields changed, our aura colors, and I leveled up from violet to rainbow overnight. So I'm not sure in what regard this is such a problem, but clearly there's a war on our food. Me and Vanessa did a tour of Monsanto, the entire middle of the country where they're preparing our food. I couldn't begin to tell you how horrifying it was. I know we think that they're growing all this grain and just spraying Roundup on it. We didn't. They're clearly making that in a lab, and they were making toxic meat on every level. It was disturbing to see the amount of chemicals being pumped into these animals, and it's so bad that it's running off into the soil, and it's running down the entire lower half of the United States. So in Texas, the entire lower section, and we're talking a large area of it, there's arsenic in our water. It's running down through the whole country, downwards, and polluting all the water just from Monsanto. It's really crazy. Ditch the meat. Eat more live foods, as in fruits and vegetables. You guys want to be eating more organic foods. Ditch the GMO foods. When you eat those Doritos or that Pepsi, it's actually got aborted fetuses in it. It's going in and changing and recoding your DNA. And you guys are consenting to it because you're buying those products. If we stop buying GMO food, they will stop making it. Stop buying this stuff. It shuts them down. We're financially backing everything that we hate by buying their toxic products. So once we stop buying them as consumers, there won't be that demand for them. More live, fresh fruits, vegetables, things like that. Get rid of toxic people. Get rid of toxic people that make you think negative thoughts. Like, that's going to be worse for you. Your thoughts are going to have more of an impact on your vibration than probably what you're eating on very real levels. We're vibrational beings, so stay away from people who make you think or feel negative. They're very toxic. The people that come in contact with you and you start to think negative, they might have vanity problems. I will get rid of anyone toxic in your life so that you can vibrate higher. More water. Everyone needs to be on chlorella and turmeric. This planet has reached toxic levels. That's why we see everyone sick and with cancer, and that's why we see such a extraterrestrial concern with this planet during these times. It's almost unsafe for humans to even be living on this planet. We know this. So more chlorella, more turmeric, more water. Am I changing your soulmate? We have lots of soulmates. You guys are actually all my soulmate, believe it or not. And it could be kind of rare. Like, we usually meet 1 to 20 soulmates per life, but right now I'm only meeting soulmates. So once you level up and get to a certain place in terms of soul growth, you should only be drawing your soulmates back to you for ascension. We draw the same consciousness group back to us, aka your soulmates, and we ascend. We share an oversoul as well. That's why I'm able to hack my own vibration, and in turn I'm hacking all of yours as well. It's very powerful. So you came here with an entire consciousness group of soulmates, and a lot of your lessons were probably with soulmates. Some of them might have been asleep though. We're just not always aware of our relationships and the dynamics while we're here. There's a lot of confusion about who people are, clearly, right? Everyone see a lot of these toxic relationships. Because sometimes if you knew who these people were from past lives, you would run. You would run. Karen Aubrey, nausea probably has more to do with chemical overload, like I keep on saying. If you have not detoxed, you've had an entire lifetime of metals building up in your body, and anyone who is sick, that's what's happening. You're reaching toxic overload and suddenly you become sick. It could take a while. We're breathing in aluminum in our air, it's in our soil, it's in our water, it's unavoidable. So if you're having nausea, that was my main symptom, would have been throwing up when I had chemical overload. Make sure you're taking chlorella and turmeric because you really need to detox. We all do at some point after awakening. Like, we had an entire lifetime of toxic emotions and as well as metals stored in our body, and those emotions are stored in our stomach lining. When you are throwing up, it's probably going to be a solar plexus issue as well, so make sure you get chlorella and turmeric. They have them in pill forms. You'll detox and that will heal. What about love, Adam Gregory? We manifest it. We become love, and then you'll find it everywhere. I know, when we're broken, we're never able to find love, right? All we get is our broken selves reflected back. At some point, you guys should become love, so you don't need it from another. You'll just be love, right? I'm love. I just find it everywhere. I give love, and I get it back, like on a repeat. So if you're looking for love, become more love. You need to become love, then it will find you. Put out vibes. For me, I wanted to be real specific this time, right? For me, I had to be real specific. I was looking to manifest a love that could uplift my entire consciousness group through me. And I put out very specific vibrations. That's the vibration you guys should probably putting out. I know a lot of people are, looking for a guy like this and like that. You guys might want to be looking for someone that has the ability to uplift our whole consciousness group through loving you. Be specific what your vibrations you're putting out. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. You guys would not have taken on this mission without contracting to a soul that you love. Most of you guys are not there yet. I hate to say it, we're not there yet. I know, because people will sell you on these illusions that they're with their twin flame and blah, blah, blah. No, we're not at that place yet. But I'm going to tell you, you would not have come here to do this crazy journey without it ending in being with a soul that you wanted to be with. So everyone does have a contract for love still. Melissa Stafford, I can't say it, Stafford. How do you resolve your financial issues? We tend to get on a loop like, I'm broke, right? Have you seen my bank account? I'm broke. And then we try to think about it and we enforce it and we just create more and more lack. So I know that might be true. I'm very realistic. It doesn't matter. Start putting out vibes. We say hella cash vibes. We're putting out hella cash vibes. Because I was doing abundance and love and it just seemed to work a lot better when we got rid of those distorted words and made up our own. So we're always putting out hella cash vibes, and any vibrations you're putting out are going to come back to you. So if I'm here putting out vibrations that I'm broke, I will become broke. Those vibrations will come back to me. Start to reverse your thinking and put out vibes for abundance. I like this little hack. Draw an infinity sign and put it in your wallet. Like most of our movement has. Draw an infinity sign, put it in your wallet. And that will go ahead and it will help you always have money in your wallet, and it works really good. Do that too. And start to repair your thinking patterns, because we're creating our reality, every bit of it that we hate and love. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and the home life. First off, the people that are at ground zero or broke are at a better place than the people that think they have everything. This is a stripping away of our ego and who we are. So if we're broke or doing bad, it helps get rid of the illusion around us and we can see things more clearly. So we don't understand that as the healers, a lot of times this is our path so that we can be stripped away again and again of who we think we are. But put out better vibrations. You have more control over it. Also try to raise your frequency. We know that we have to stay high vibe to be manifested, so just try to lift your vibe too with it. Let's see. Yasmin Daha. I love her energy. I love it. Trust is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on what frightens or worries you. We have to let go of fear. And we still have a lot of it. Or we wouldn't be seeing the same collective. Because we're creating it, the light workers, not the sleepers. So we can still see reflections of fear. Get rid of fear on your path. Just let go. I think fear has a lot to do with control too, right? Giving up control can be scary. Let go more. Go with the flow. You're already doing an amazing job. Let go of fear. Be aware you're taking on everyone's emotions all the time and just more detoxing. As this cycle's coming to an end, these storms are going to get more and more intense, and so is humanity's purging as it's being purified. And we're picking up so many of these emotions, and as the ones who are here contracted to be transmuting them, we just need more self-care. I saw Desiree Lewis somewhere too. I don't know if she's there, but I saw her. Desiree, Sherry's coming to play Mission with me here today. It's like Callie, I can't wait. I'm so excited. So I've been telepathy in you. Find or be a mentor. Take a break from society. A commitment to your spiritual growth. Yes, we're the leaders of tomorrow. I hate to be the one to tell you. It's like me, when I was learning how to teach, I would always give excuses. Like I could give every excuse why I couldn't do it, right? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not really a teacher. I mean, I'm just not really good at that, right? I could go ahead and give every excuse, but I'm sorry. We are the leaders of tomorrow because we came here with a soul state from the future. So people are always going to be looking up to us for spiritual knowledge, spiritual advice, you know, the ones that they come to when they need healing. You're going to have to step into that leader role eventually, and you're doing a good job with your classes and stuff, you know that. Iris, yes, you will. Like I just said, we all hold contracts for love. I know they've taught you all these distortions about love and how it works. But I assure you, you would not have done all of this if it wasn't for love. It's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. Amazing things are coming for humanity. Like I said, this is all very temporary where we're learning right now. You can go ahead and look at it like you're in a simulation program. It is a spiritual boot camp of sorts, and we're going to kind of elevate out of these systems that we're learning in. So only amazing things are coming. Michael Weber, pitch ringing in your ears. It can mean your frequencies are going up. People get so upset because they're like, that's ascension symptoms. It could be heavy metal toxicity symptoms too. I hate to say it. Detox more. While we should be clearly feeling the frequencies, if you have ringing in your ears, it really can be a symptom too of toxic overload. If you haven't detoxed on the chlorella and turmeric, you probably just still need to. Go ahead and detox more and see how that's going. It can be ascension symptoms, you know, but it could also be something else going on with our environment. So more detoxing too on top of it. But yeah, you're becoming more sensitive to the frequencies, and we are going up in frequency. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. Yeah, it gets boring when we just stay in the 9-to-5 prison planet paradigm for the creative energy that's experiencing life through us. So I keep telling everyone, you guys need to go on a road trip. You need to fly across the planet. You need to go visit your friends. You need to get out. You need to do something outside of your comfort zone, because our little homes, those are our prisons. Yeah, where we live, our little paradigm, they become our prisons, and we need to step outside our comfort zones right now. Go do something new. Go cross something off your bucket list. Jess, I'm really first of all, I'm like an astro travel. I've ever astro traveled all the time. I've been staying out of the astral lately because of my own experiences going on here. There's a lot going on in those dimensions, so I've been trying to personally stay out of the astral, but it's something I can do very easily, like how I can channel. I don't know, your third eye is going to be your gateway to be astral traveling, out of bodying, accessing the other dimensions. So for anyone trying to have astral or better dream experiences, work on your third eye more. The more connected you are through that chakra, the better gateway you're going to have for interdimensional experiences. So it's something that happens all the time. You guys should be white lighting yourself before you go to bed as well, because of everything going on in the other dimensions. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one. The awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. I'm going to let you guys go on that note because I have a lot going on today. But you guys should be checking out like my Reiki energy healing classes. I do Blue Star Healing. It's pretty amazing. You know, I send you the material, then attune you when you're ready. And those attunements really help clear you as a channel. Like, I'm not special in any way. All humans are meant to be psychic, clairvoyant, empathic, whatever it is. And these are frequencies that we can get attuned to better. I'm going to let you guys go on that note. I'm going to be here for my usual couple videos tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and drop the link below for my other space I broadcast from. Make sure you guys like the page too, because I get banned a lot. Facebook doesn't seem to like the truth. And I had a lot of people last time being like, I can't see when you're going live. So I'm noticing people aren't liking the page. Make sure you guys like the page too.